Sister Wives old clips. I've been going through a bunch of old clips on Sister Wives because I actually haven't watched the entire series. I've only watched a few seasons. And I came across a clip where Robin and all of the kids, Cody, all the wives, they're all sitting in the living room and they're chit-chatting about Madison no longer being a member of their church. And this is exactly what I've been talking about, are these type of women with this type of energy that come into these families and they sow seeds of doubt and discord and manipulation. And so I'm watching Robin say to the children, Madison will no longer be a part of our church. She'll be the first member of our family to not be a part of our church. Do you guys understand what that means? Then she proceeds to say, make it a bad thing. And then she proceeds to say, how do you guys feel about this? How do you feel about the knowing that Madison will no longer be in our church, that she'll no longer believe the same things that we believe? How does that make you feel? Are you okay with that? So each one of the questions that she's asking is very laced in shame and guilt. And so some of the middle kids, some of the teenagers start saying, well, we're proud of Madison for making her own decisions. We're proud of her for deciding what she wants to do. And so then Robin doesn't focus on the middle kids. She starts focusing on the little kids and starts asking questions that are based in shame and guilt. And so then these little kids start wondering, well, why doesn't our sister believe like us? Why doesn't she want to be in the same church as us? And so it really creates separation between these children because now they don't know why, their sister doesn't believe the way that they do. And then what she does is, it very much creates an us versus them, which is one of the number one factors in a cult, is us versus them. So now it's us, the family, versus Madison, because Madison no longer has the same belief system that we have. And so she creates and sows in these seeds of shame and guilt into these kids and very much creates an us versus them mentality. And so I've been saying this for a lot of videos about the undermining that I watch people in this energy type do. And this is exactly what I'm seeing, is the fact that she asks these questions in such a shame-based way that these little kids have no other option but to question the reality of what their sister's doing, instead of celebrating that she's making her own choices and she's making her own decisions. And then as soon as somebody says something in response, then Robin's response is, are you sure about that? And so she creates all of these seeds of doubt and the us versus them mentality. Now, I'm watching this one clip has to do with the children, but this is exactly what I believe she's done in the relationship with Cody and the other wives. She's very much created an us versus them mentality. And so it's her and Cody versus the other three wives because of the way that she questions him. Now, it's always good to question your decisions. It's always good to, take a second look at something else and get a second opinion. That's always a good thing. I don't think that is in any way a negative aspect, but when you lace it with shame and guilt and you lace it with so much doubt, there's a right answer and you're not saying it. And that's how Robin responds. There's a right answer and you're not getting it. So that's what I'm talking about when I say that she sows division within the family, is because of this type of manipulation. Us versus them, one of the biggest keys of a cult.